It appears Israel has just dropped 42 nuclear bombs on the country of Iran.
Hey, I've seen this one. This is a classic. It's just like Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
What's that supposed to mean?
You'll find out.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Turning Point is known for the sparklers that they have on stage, but a literal flame war happened live in the first night of America Fest between Tucker Carlson and Ben Shapiro. Now, booking both of them live on the stage back to back is an aggressive move, and the two men decided to take out their battles ideologically against each other. I mean, damn it, just have the debate is what I would say. Just have them both on stage at the same time. Trick them, whatever you need to do. Just like, tell them the same time. Don't tell them they're debating. Have two podiums come up. The two went flames on against each other. Ben Shapiro was first. Ben Shapiro went after Candace Owens and Megyn Kelly and Tucker Carlson, sort of in a back-to-back-to-back sequence in his speech, and then Tucker Carlson went right at Ben Shapiro. And so here we go. Here's Ben Shapiro, first off, going after Candace Owens.
We must not let fear of audience deter us from telling the truth. We must not let fear of other hosts deter us from telling the truth. So, for example, if Candace Owens decides to spend every day since the murder of Charlie Kirk casting aspersions at TPUSA, and the people who work here, who worked with Charlie every single day, his best friends, to cast aspersions at Mikey McCoy and Andrew Colvin and Blake Neff and Tyler Boyer, and yes, at Erica Kirk, and to imply or outright claim complicity in a cover-up over Charlie's murder, to spew absolutely baseless trash implicating everyone from French intelligence to Mossad to members of TPUSA in Charlie's murder or a cover-up in that murder, then we, as people with a microphone, have a moral obligation to call that out by name. Erica Kirk and TPUSA never should have been put in the position to have to defend themselves against such specious and evil attacks, particularly in a time of mourning. And the people who refuse to condemn Candace's truly vicious attacks, and some of them are speaking here, are guilty of cowardice. Yes, cowardice. The fact that they have said nothing while Candace has been vomiting all sorts of hideous and conspiratorial nonsense into the public square for years is just as cowardly.
Obviously, the crowd loved that. Candace has been a major agitator against Turning Point USA, Erica Kirk, and the team that runs the organization. Obviously, there was a summit this week between them. I think a lot of lawyers got involved, and Candace has decided to take a step back after that. Ben Shapiro also, though, went after Tucker Carlson and Megyn Kelly. Here we go.
But even if it were true that other public figures were our best friends, our very best friends, that does not relieve us of our duty to speak out of principle and not to cover up evil or shy away from addressing it out of friendship. So no, Tucker Carlson, it is not an excuse to go silent on Candace's targeting of TPUSA. Or to mirror her bullshit lines of questioning because you love Candace personally. The same holds true of Megyn Kelly, a person I consider a friend, characterizing Candace as a young mother and thus shying away from condemning her actions or fibbing about them. That is a non-starter. Meghan Markle is a young mother. Ilhan Omar is a young mother. That doesn't matter. And when Megyn said this week, quote, "My goal and my job here is to try to understand, yes, where Candace is coming from on this," and says she sees no purpose in inserting herself, quote, into this on one side, that is a moral and logical absurdity. There is only one moral side here, Erica Kirk's side. You know, the side of the widow with 2 children, whose husband was shot live on camera in front of all of us. Friendship with the person accusing TPUSA of a cover-up of Charlie's murder is no excuse for cowardice.
Okay, so everybody said, whoa, that is extremely aggressive, and goodness, like calling him out by name is really something else, and Ben's not making any friends there, and maybe this is why Charlie didn't have Ben Shapiro keynote for the last couple of America Fests. But anyway, we fast forward to Tucker Carlson, who was, I think, like just a few minutes afterwards. I think there might have been a speaker in between, but Tucker Carlson closed out the night and began with a commentary about how, like, wait a second, how are you trying to use Charlie Kirk's platform to deplatform people and attack people? Charlie was about unity and bringing people together and open debate, and you are trying to close things down. Here's Tucker.
Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Whoa. Thank you. Walking out is always such a trip at these things. I just got here, and I feel like I missed the first part of the program. Hope I didn't miss anything meaningful. But I just want to say, I don't think I did. No, I'm just kidding. I watched it. I laughed. That kind of bitter, sardonic laugh that emerges from you when, like, Upside Down World arrives. When your dog starts doing your taxes, and you're like, wait, it's not supposed to work this way. To hear calls for, like, deplatforming and denouncing people at a Charlie Kirk event, I'm like, what? This is hilarious. Yeah, this is hilarious. Actually, one of the clips I was listening to myself, thinking as I often do when I hear myself speak, which is never, because I never watch myself, but at these events, they always play, like, the role of you. And I'm like, that guy is pompous. Woo! Sorry about that. We don't see ourselves clearly. But the prediction that, you know, at some point when Republicans took power again, which I did everything I could, you know, to help, and really felt that was important. I still think, you know, I was right. But I really thought that the impulse to deplatform people, or even to use the word platform as a verb, which it's not, it's a noun, don't steal my nouns, deplatform and denounce. Why haven't you denounced somebody else? The whole, like, Red Guard Cultural Revolution thing that we so hated and feared on the left, that we did everything we could to usher in a new time where you could have an actual debate. I mean, this kind of was the whole point of Charlie Kirk's public life. And I think that he died for it. I really believe that. And I know a lot about it because the last several months of Charlie's life were devoted in part to arguing about this event, in fact, this speech, in fact, my speech here, which he asked me to do earlier this year, this summer, and was immediately put under just immense pressure from people who give money to Turning Point, I would assume good people, but who wanted him to take me off the roster. And this has all become public, and the whole thing is so sad that I never talk about it, except to say Charlie stood firm in his often stated and deeply held belief that people should be able to debate, and that if you have something valid to say, if you're telling the truth, you ought to be able to explain it calmly and in detail to people who don't agree with you, and that you shouldn't immediately resort to shut up racist.
Honestly, it seems like both men got really good applause lines, and they had their own supporters in the crowd, and kind of mixed bag. You know, they both got adversarial questions afterwards, and so again, it seems like perhaps like Charlie's vision of having a robust debate about the future of the movement is alive and well. But I just, from my perspective, just wish the two guys would have just had it out and debated. Right? Just have Candace and Erica on stage, have Candace and Tim Pool on stage, have RFK and Ronald McDonald on stage. Just do the debate, like turn it into a debate. Turn it into a debate. I mean, they're both there. They both have their private jets, and they're both there. Maybe they saw each other at the airport. Like, Mazel Tov, like frickin' debate, you know? Or Molotov cocktails, like, You know, keep the flame war. Do the flame war in person. That's my opinion. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. Rowdy night. See ya.